There is a truth we rarely dare to admit. At some point in our lives, we've all felt envy. It might be that moment when you scroll through social media and see a friend celebrating a new success, a promotion, an award, a trip you've always dreamed of. Suddenly, a tightness rises in your chest, a discomfort you can't quite name. Or perhaps at work, a colleague is praised, while your own efforts go unnoticed, and in that instant, questions flood in. Why not me? Am I not good enough? What am I missing? Envy is deeply human. It grows from the natural instinct to compare ourselves with others, a mechanism that once helped us survive, adapt, and improve. But here lies the danger. If left unchecked, envy stops being a spark for growth and slowly turns into a poison, a silent toxin that seeps into the mind, corroding our peace of heart. The frightening part is its subtlety. Envy doesn't arrive like a thunderstorm. It doesn't shout. It doesn't knock down doors. Instead, it lurks in shadows, whispering quietly. It unsettles us, makes us restless, distracts us from our own journey. Over time, living with envy feels like carrying a hidden weight. You wake up weary, see the world through tinted glasses of dissatisfaction, and begin to believe that life itself is unfair. But envy doesn't stop there. If allowed to take root, it begins to erode our sense of morality. When envy burns too fiercely, we may find ourselves thinking thoughts we never imagined, secretly hoping someone else fails, taking pleasure in their misfortune, or even plotting to pull them down just to soothe our own wounds. Envy, left unchecked, doesn't just harm the heart, it reshapes character. Think of a crack in a mirror. At first, it's barely visible, just a hairline fracture. But as time passes, it spreads, reaching further and further until the entire surface shatters. That's what envy does to the human spirit. The saddest part? Many people never notice it happening. They tell themselves, "I'm not envious, I just think things aren't fair." Or, "I'm only a little upset, that's all." But beneath these small justifications, envy is at work, quietly draining joy, quietly staining the soul. It is a thief that steals not only our peace of mind, but also our ability to love sincerely, to celebrate others wholeheartedly, and to stay true to the best parts of ourselves. What truly threatens our inner peace? Perhaps not failure nor loss, but envy, quietly gnawing from within. I am Khan's Corner, moving meditation. Together, let's take a short journey through the mind. Now let yourself relax and reflect.
If envy is the silent saboteur, then awareness is the very first antidote. The moment you can whisper to yourself, "Yes, this is envy I'm feeling," you have already taken a powerful step forward. Naming the enemy weakens it. Recognition opens the door to freedom. Escaping envy is not easy, but it is possible if we learn to reshape the way we see ourselves and others. Here are some paths forward. Trace envy back to its roots. Envy always grows from a sense of lack. Someone else's achievement highlights what you feel you're missing. Their recognition magnifies your insecurity. Their joy mirrors your own hidden longing. Once you see this clearly, the battle shifts. The problem is not them, but the unhealed space inside you. Transform comparison into learning. Instead of looking at others through the eyes of resentment, ask, what can I learn from them? Envy can become inspiration when reframed. What qualities brought them success? What steps could you take on your own path? By turning jealousy into curiosity, you move from bitterness to growth. Practice gratitude fiercely. Gratitude is envy's natural enemy. Each time you feel jealousy creeping in, pause and name 3 things you already have: health, a loyal friend, a talent, even the quiet beauty of an ordinary morning. Gratitude fills the heart like light flooding into a dark room.
And where there is light, envy withers. Train yourself in compassion. Celebrate others' victories out loud. Congratulate them sincerely. This is not for their sake alone, but for yours. When you can rejoice in someone else's joy, you unshackle yourself from envy's grip. Compassion frees the heart. Return to yourself. Envy thrives when our eyes are fixed outward. To heal, we must turn inward. Meditate. Write in a journal. Go for a walk. Dance. Paint. Read. Play. Whatever brings you closer to your true self will restore the balance. The more you anchor in who you are, the less you crave the life of someone else. At its core, life is not a race. Each of us walks to a different rhythm, on a path carved uniquely for us. To envy is to run breathless after shadows, always one step behind. To let go of envy is to discover the quiet beauty of your own pace, your own journey. Perhaps Postcards number 12 can end with this reflection. Envy is like darkness. The more we nurture it, the dimmer our own light becomes. But the moment we turn toward gratitude and compassion, the shadow fades and freedom begins.